What is going on, guys? This is Sal Shakir out of Phoenix, Arizona, serial entrepreneurs, all-in entrepreneurs. And guys, we're going to be talking about the soft systems to track your phone calls. So there's a couple of systems out there, and I love the phone systems in the world nowadays. You don't have to be hardwired to a phone anymore. You can literally pick up your business and go anywhere in the world. You can have a business running out of a yacht. And this is, by the way, I never thought this was available until we start digging into this. So there was two products that got my interest at the beginning. One of them was called Vumber with a V, so it's like a number with a V, Vumber. And the second one is called CallRail. And so Vumber and CallRail, those are the products that I personally like to use. And I've used both of them. Vumber was a bit cheaper than CallRail, and it has a little bit of limitations on it. So, but the beautiful thing about these things, let me explain why you need to use these things. So the reason why you want to use these things is, number one, that they're completely virtual, they're completely on the cloud, and you can transfer phone calls into anyone with call flows into. You can, if you have a sales team, and so one of them got sick, or maybe you want the phone to ring to John for 10 seconds, then after 10 seconds it rings to David for 10 seconds, and before it goes to voicemail, maybe it goes to me, and I can do all these things with that soft phone options. And they record phone calls. That's the second thing that I like about that. Number three, they have the options. Press 1 to talk to this person. Press 2 to talk to this person. Press what, or you want to redirect it to different departments. And again, I said you can literally pick up and leave anywhere you want, and it redirects to your cell phones if you need to, anywhere. The other thing is they're completely friendly on the iPhone or any phone app. So they have their phone app. So any cell phone, any iPhone, Android, or whatever you're using, they have apps for that. And you can dial from right there and then from your app. They're easy on messaging as well. So now we're going to be talking about the two different products. Product number one is Vumber. Product number two is CallRail. What I personally will tell you what's my personal preference, but let's go with Vumber. Vumber is cheaper, and Vumber does call recording. It does call routing. It does the press 1, press 2, and press 3, whatever you want to do. That option is there. Also, it sends text messages. The second software is CallRail, which is my favorite because it is a bit more expensive, not by much, fractions, but it has a lot more features than Vumber. CallRail can do the same thing, the call routes, the call recording, the press 1, press 2, and actually there's another option I forgot to mention, the semi-call, which it dials everyone on the sales floor if you wanted to. It literally dials every single phone that you can add on there, and whoever picks up first. So it kind of creates a friendly competition there. But the beautiful thing they have is called the call pool, and they have, what it does, it's actually start changing out phone numbers based on the area code that they're at. So if you put an Arizona phone number and you put a California phone number in that call pool, and someone from California searches your website, what happens is it shows them that California local phone number. So they're more prone to calling that number because it sounds like they're a local company. So that's a beautiful option they have. Second thing they have is they integrate with Google AdSense and AdWords. So what it does, you can track your expenses and it can help your Google campaigns. And if you're kind of higher level in business and you're spending money on Google, what it does, it actually helps, it feeds into Google's information, so whoever is running your Google campaigns, you can actually start tweaking it and saving yourself money from there. So you might pay like a couple of dollars more, but you're saving so much money with the other things that you do. And that is why CallRail is my favorite tool. I don't think I'll ever change that until some other tool comes up. But if you're running a wholesale company, it's easily integrated. Those both tools easily integrated with Podio, which is the most common CRM system used by wholesalers. So those things record and send the recording and track everything that you can do. Now the other benefits that we're gonna focus on, so I start what they're good for. But if you're using it in a business, like if you want to scale your business, you don't want to put your cell phone number. And I'll explain why. As a business owner, you want to get the most return for your investments. A lot of people don't know how to track that. It is actually very simple. So let's say you're using a few marketing channels. Let's take a marketing channel for direct mail, for say. So a direct mail is those letters that you get in the mail saying, hey, I would like to, if for real estate, I would like to purchase your house, or for other things, you know, call us. We have a loan for you, or any of those things, or like insurance. So they have a phone number on there to call. Those phone numbers is actually attached to a campaign. So let's say I have, I'm sending for my company two different mailers. One of them is a letter, and the other one is a postcard. I'm gonna put a different phone number on a mailer, on the actual like letter mailer, and I'm gonna put a different phone number on the postcard. So now I have two different phone numbers, one on each, and I would label one of them. I would call it ABC postcard maybe, and the other one I would call it ABC letter. So now I have two different campaigns, and I can track that, and I send it out. I send the same amount. I send 1,000 here and 1,000 there, just for example's sake. And now I'm gonna track exactly what campaign worked best for me. So let's say I got 50 calls from this one, and from the letter, and I got 70 calls from the postcard. Now I know exactly which one is working better for me. So now it comes to send a second time, I'm going to use the one that works best for me. So now I eliminated that, and obviously I can always split this. Now postcard ABC, and I can put XYZ, right? And then split test that, and maybe have it different a little bit. And therefore you can work on your craft, and you can work on your marketing based on tracking. And the best way to do that is actually those tools that I just mentioned. And my preference is CallRail. But this is exactly what we do to split test and find out what is the best marketing channels that we use and marketing tools that we use. Guys, again, this is Sal Shakir, and hopefully I can bring more value to you by the next videos. And if you like this, please go ahead, subscribe, comment, and like, and see you on the next one.